Darling, the most expensive things in your life are not the ones you can't afford, but the ones you can afford and shouldn't. Most people are drowning in a sea of reasonable decisions, wondering why they never reach the shore of true wealth. In 2026, there are things people still spend money on that quietly destroy their wealth. The worst part? They look completely reasonable. Some people earn six figures and still panic when their card declines. I've watched intelligent, successful people earn more than ever and still feel poorer each year. Not because they earn too little, because they built lifestyles that quietly consume every raise they get. Today, I'll show you the 10 things that are no longer worth your money in 2026, and why keeping them might cost you your future. Some of these will surprise you. One of them looks like security, but quietly traps people for decades. And the last one? It doesn't just cost money, it costs peace of mind. If you recognize yourself in more than 3 of these, we need to have a very serious conversation about your freedom. People believe wealth is about earning more, and the moment people earn more, they immediately start trying to look more successful. That's where the trap begins. They upgrade, better phone, bigger home, more subscriptions, more convenience, more delivery, more little treats. It feels logical, almost deserved. I once met a woman in London, brilliant, polished, partner at a law firm. She earned over $300,000 a year, and one evening over dinner, she looked at me and quietly said, "I don't know where my money goes." Darling, I knew exactly where it went. Not into gambling, not into stupidity, not into yachts or private jets, into perfectly acceptable decisions, repeated too often. She wasn't broke, she was high-end exhausted. And frankly, that describes half the modern economy. Modern financial instability no longer looks dramatic. It looks like luxury apartments, Klarna installments, and someone drinking a $16 matcha while quietly panicking about rent. People aren't financially ruined anymore. They're financially suffocated by lifestyle maintenance. Here's the truth most people never calculate. In 2026, the problem is no longer what things cost. It's what they continue to cost. That extra luxury apartment, the upgraded SUV, the constant little treats. Every dollar you spend today stops working for you tomorrow. An extra $1,000 per month invested over 30 years at 8% becomes roughly $1.5 million. Darling, people are trading millionaire futures for Erewhon smoothies and emotional support purchases. You are spending future freedom, future options. You are trading your 50-year-old peace for a 30-minute dopamine hit. And most people do this constantly because they are terrified of looking unsuccessful. Darling, modern consumer culture runs on one assumption, that you will continue confusing identity with consumption. Most people are not building wealth anymore. They are renting status. Let me show you where money quietly dies in 2026 and why most people never notice until it's too late. Let me show you how modern lifestyles quietly bleed money, not through one catastrophic decision, through tiny, harmless conveniences that slowly become permanent. That's how it starts. Streaming services, premium apps, cloud storage, meal delivery memberships, meditation apps, fitness apps, $9 here, $19 there, $49 for something you used once during a motivational phase in February. The average household now spends over $200 per month on subscriptions. That's over $118,000 invested over 20 years. For background noise, I once helped a man audit his subscriptions. We found 27. 27. He was paying for 3 meditation apps while having panic attacks about money. Fascinating economy. People now spend hundreds of dollars trying to feel calmer, while the spending itself is causing the anxiety. Convenience has become the most polite form of financial decay. Tiny charges, permanent consequences. It grows quietly in the damp corners of your bank statement. And once people normalize small financial leaks, they usually graduate to something much more dangerous. Upgrading perfectly functional lives. Phones, cars, furniture, kitchen appliances, not broken, just boring. The average American upgrades their phone every 2 to 3 years. That habit alone can quietly cost over $300,000 invested. And people think this happens because technology improves. No, darling. Most upgrades happen because identity feels stale. I once watched a woman finance a Peloton bike while carrying credit card debt at 24% interest. Fascinating species. And the truly dangerous part? The temporary excitement feels like self-improvement for about 11 minutes. Then the emotional baseline returns and people start shopping again. If you need a new object to feel new yourself, the problem is not your phone. It's your life. Boredom is one of the most expensive emotions in finance, and boredom quickly turns into fear, which is why the next industry makes billions convincing people to insure absolutely everything: extended warranties, phone insurance, insurance for risks nobody should emotionally collapse over. People insure a toaster worth $42 with the seriousness of a royal succession plan. Darling, if your financial survival depends on a cracked iPhone screen, we have bigger problems. Americans will insure a phone worth $700 while having $83 in savings. That is not financial planning. That is emotional support capitalism. Insurance is designed for catastrophe, not inconvenience. If you insure everything, you guarantee you lose money slowly, and fear-based spending rarely stays small. Eventually, people stop protecting themselves from emergencies and start building entire lifestyles designed to emotionally reassure them. That's when the real trap begins: the nicer apartment, the upgraded skincare, the deserved luxury habits. Suddenly, every raise disappears into maintaining a more expensive version of yourself. And people call this progress. You earn more, so your life expands. Everything becomes slightly upgraded, but your savings rate stays exactly the same. Or worse, drops. If your income doubles but your investments don't, you did not become richer. You became more expensive. Some people earn six figures and still live with the emotional stability of a teenager checking their bank account before brunch. A golden cage is still a cage, even if the bars are polished once a week. Wealth is not income. It is what remains. And nowhere is this delusion more visible than housing. I knew a couple in Connecticut, 6 bathrooms for 3 people, beautiful kitchen, wine fridge, marble everywhere. They hadn't taken a proper vacation in 8 years. The house looked wealthy. Their calendar looked imprisoned. The house consumed every spare dollar they earned. And the absurd part? Half the rooms were basically decorative. People don't just buy space. They heat it, clean it, furnish it, repair it, insure it. A $700 monthly housing difference can quietly become over $1 million over time. And people still call oversized homes financial success. 6 bathrooms, no freedom. Space is rarely empty. It fills with expenses. And once people overspend on lifestyles they can barely maintain, they usually start buying cheap versions of everything else, which becomes expensive in an entirely different way. Fast fashion, cheap furniture, disposable quality disguised as smart savings. A $50 item replaced 10 times is $500. A $200 item lasting 10 years is still $200. Modern clothing is now treated with roughly the same emotional seriousness as paper napkins. People buy a $19 dress designed to survive exactly one birthday dinner and an Instagram carousel. And eventually, people stop spending for usefulness entirely. They start spending for emotional regulation, which is where things become dangerous. I deserve this, the most dangerous sentence in personal finance, because it bypasses logic completely. People don't shop because they need something. They shop because they need relief, control, distraction. Retail therapy is fascinating. People buy scented candles to relax from the stress caused by overspending. That is not self-care. That is a financial hostage situation with lavender scent. Most women don't need another Sephora order. They need sleep and a retirement account. If money becomes emotional, it stops being rational. And once spending becomes emotional, status usually enters the conversation next. Designer logos, visible wealth, status purchases. Darling, truly wealthy people rarely scream wealth. They own assets, not attention. Why are you paying to become a walking billboard for a billionaire who does not know your name? Most luxury spending is not about enjoyment. It is about reassurance. People are terrified of looking unsuccessful. Status spending impresses strangers and delays freedom. And the most dangerous purchases are often the ones people never calculate properly at all. Darling, how admit it? You've done this too. Bought something expensive not because you truly needed it, but because you wanted to feel like the kind of person who has their life together. And that is where opportunity cost becomes dangerous, because the damage never looks dramatic in the beginning. After 1 year, those extra little luxuries barely seem noticeable. A few deliveries, some upgraded skincare, random Amazon packages arriving like emotional support pigeons. Maybe you spend an extra $500 a month. Doesn't sound life-changing. After 2 years, around $15,000 gone. After 5 years, roughly $40,000 to $50,000 with missed growth after 10 years. Well over $100,000. And after 20, you are suddenly looking at the kind of money that could have changed your retirement, your stress level, your options, maybe even your marriage. That is the terrifying part. Most people never ruin their future dramatically. They slowly trade it away for temporary comfort that barely survives the week. Opportunity cost is not financial jargon, darling. It is the invisible version of regret, because eventually you realize you were never really buying objects. You were buying a more expensive present by quietly sacrificing your future. And your future self remembers every transaction. Mental exhaustion, too many things, too many decisions, too much visual noise. Research consistently shows clutter increases stress and reduces focus. Some homes no longer look peaceful. They look like Amazon's lost and found department, and your brain pays for it. More possessions, more maintenance, more mental tabs left open. Minimalism is not just an aesthetic anymore. It is an investment strategy for attention, because eventually you realize something horrifying, darling. Many people are not buying luxury. They are buying emotional reassurance in expensive packaging. The apartment, the skincare, the car, the aesthetic little lifestyle, none of it calms them down for long, which is why they keep consuming, again and again and again. Meanwhile, truly wealthy people are quietly buying something far less visible: options, time, peace. Because the real flex in 2026 is not looking rich. It is being difficult to control. Modern poverty no longer looks poor, darling. It looks curated.